Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the national championship tonight. This video will be free. I will be posting parlays and props for the MVPs on Patreon and on the Discord server. So if you see them, jump on them if you want. Just giving you guys ideas on what you need to bet. But for the most part, big games like this, I don't like betting on them. I like watching them, enjoying them, but I don't think there's much money to be made when Vegas knows the team so well, right? I understand every major game people want to bet on it. We got UFC 300 coming up. Everybody's like, Rico, I got to bet on this. I got to bet on that. Okay. It's just a bunch of marquee matchups, and you don't know who's going to win. There you go. So I've been predicting that UCONN and Purdue were going to get to this title game. If you paid attention to every pick I ever made leading up to these rounds, money line, I always pick these two teams. I felt like they were the best. Felt like they were going to win. I don't give a shit about history, track record, none of that nonsense. When I look at these teams for what they are, they have tremendous size, length, great ball skills and ball control. They got good shooting guards. I just love the athleticism, depth, and coaching. They're well-coached teams. So this matchup, though, I am on Connecticut. And if you look, Connecticut's money line is minus 295. So a lot of people are going to go, Rico, I got to bet the spread. Well, then you can do that, man. More power to you. I think it's going to happen. I think UConn's going to eventually pull away. I think UConn has the depth and the shooting among their guards to get this done. Now, they're going to need to be able to shoot well, rebound well, block well, and I think they have the right matchup. Yes, I know Zach Edey's 7'4", 300 pounds, but UConn center's 7'2", 280, I believe. 280, if I remember correctly. So, for me, there's no real mismatch here unless the refs don't know how to ref it. And I already talked about this at length. They don't know what they're doing when they see these big centers. They're not used to the 90s and Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal. Like, they don't know what it is, bro. So they're in here and they're like, well, foul. And that gets a lot of people to the line. Now, the difference is those games that got Zach Edey to the line a lot were when the center was 6'9". That's not the case here with Donovan. Donovan, DC, he is 7'2". He compares. He's a great blocker, shot blocker. I think he's formidable in the paint. They have a good team. UConn's got length. They got other guys they can bring in. And I think Purdue struggles with that at times. And I hope they do because I'm on UConn tonight. I have them covering the spread. That's how I feel about it. Now, that being said, there's all these bets to make. First off, there's this thing called buzzer beaters. I wouldn't be betting this. This is just guessing. 2 points, 2+ points in the final 3 seconds of the first half or the second half. You got a better chance. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Leave it alone. Next thing is you got a better chance in the first half, by the way. Second half, if it's a blowout, they're just dribbling the ball and nobody's trying to shoot, right? So you got a better chance in the first half. At least somebody will try to shoot a 3 at the buzzer. Something to think about. I don't buy it, though. I wouldn't bet on it. Then there's these player specials in these bets here. Andrew Hurley, a backup player on UConn. It says to score 1 point, and it's plus 1,200. Don't waste your time. He's never going to play. He's not going to score. Not happening. I don't care if it's a blowout. This guy doesn't score. He scored maybe 3 times all season. I wouldn't do it. Zach Edey and Donovan Clingan to combine for 50 points. DC and Zach Edey for 50 points just doesn't sound right to me. If you expect Zach Edey to have a career game, more power to you. But I don't. I expect him to have a very similar game to the NC State game. You're up against another center that's just as big as you, just as formidable and physical. I just don't see that. Now, what he does to 6'9" centers and teams with 2 forwards and 3 guards, dominates all day. And he gets into foul trouble, and he gets on the line. He shoots 20 free throws. That's not going to happen this game. That's why there's positive money on the 10 free throws. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. So I wouldn't bet this. 50 points is a lot. Their season averages put them around like 30. Their season averages literally put them at 35. So this is a nuts bet. This is crazy. Any player recording a triple-double, you're just guessing. I don't go there. Zach Edey and Clingan to go 40 points sounds a little better, but it's still plus 210, a little dangerous. I like all my bets at plus 100. Just double my money and let me roll out. I know some of you guys are trying to get rich off a parlay. That's on you, man. I've never recommended that a day in my life. Combining for 25 rebounds, the two of them. Very plausible. Very plausible. It looks a little tough, but I don't see it. I see shots being made. Okay, I see shots being made. I don't necessarily know about the 25 rebounds. If there's offensive rebounds, they're the ones that are going to get them. Let's see. But I would probably make that bet before I make a 40 or 50 point bet. 25 rebounds. but it still feels like way too much. I wouldn't go there. That's why it's plus 480. Zach Edey and Klingon to make 1-3. 1-3. These guys don't shoot three-pointers. I think it's dumb. You got a better shot at that, though, than any of these ones up here, but I still wouldn't make the bet. First bet worth talking about is the 10-plus made free throws. Zach Edey has had games where he's made a ton of free throws. If you look up here, there are games, you see the free throws here, where he gets over 10 made. He had 14 against Tennessee. He had 14 against Wisconsin, 11 against Wisconsin again, 14. The reason he gets these is he has a size advantage at center. It's a huge one. And the refs just start calling fouls on all the little guys trying to compete. But whenever you find him sized up, matched up with a big center, we don't see that type of stuff. The four-guard lineup of Northwestern, it happens. But we don't see that against some of these bigger teams, these taller teams. He doesn't get the 10 free throws. 10 made free throws, not a thing. So, especially with the complaints after this game, if you noticed, all over social media, they were complaining that the refs that they were too lenient, they gave him too many free throws, all this stuff. And the refs self-corrected themselves, right? That's why you go from 22 free throws to 2 free throws. 22 free throws against Tennessee, 2 against NC State. It's because the referees went out and said, okay, we're going to fix ourselves and not call it this way. I think they're going to be ridiculed immensely if they go into this game and they go back to that 22 free throw type game. I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to let them bang it out inside. 2 equal sized people, multiple forwards and centers coming in for UConn. They're going to be fine. They're going to let them do their thing. I don't see a lot of free throws. And it says made, not attempt, right? He's got to make 10 free throws. Made, I don't know. I wouldn't go there. Not for plus 195 money. Doesn't sound right. Maybe you can sprinkle it on if you want. So far, the most realistic bet, but right? Next one, Braden Smith and Tristan Newton to combine for 20-plus assists. This is possible, bro. It's possible, and especially at those odds, it's possible if Braden Smith plays great. But he's been playing like shit lately in the tournament against athletic guards. He's not getting it done. But I'd imagine it is very possible to get 20 assists between the two of them because there's going to be shooting from the outside. Braden Smith can sometimes go off for double-digit assists. I just don't know, bro. It just looks like too much value, though. It looks like too much value to ignore. Here, 15 assists, 10 assists. His low is 6, right? 10, 10, 11, 16, 10. I mean, he's almost there by himself sometimes. He can get 10 assists in a game. But on the flip side, can Newton get 10? And Newton's got 9, 10, 8, 10 a few times. It just seems like we got to have the best of both worlds. If we look at their last 2 games, they combined for 15 last game. The game before that, they combined for 12. And then the third round, they combined for 20. No, 19. They still haven't gotten there. They've never gotten there together. From what I can see, since March Madness started, they've never gotten to 20. So you're betting on something that has not happened between the two of them. Shout out to Tristan Newton for being a great guard who can't shoot. By the way, Tristan Newton can't shoot. It's important because in this game, he's going to have to shoot. Zach Edey's in the paint. You got to shoot. He's not a great shooter. He scores. Team's leading scorer, I think. But he's not a great shooter. So it's just one of those things. I don't know if I would bet it. Okay? But it is plus 2,700. Sprinkle it. Fletcher Lawyer and Lance Jones to combine for 6-plus made threes. I don't like it. Zach Edey to score 40 points. Don't like it. Zach Edey and Steven Crystal to combine for 50 points. Nope. Not happening. Zach Edey to record 30 points and some odd stuff. It just reset on me. I apologize. Where'd it go? Show more. It just auto updates. I've never cared to stop it. None of this feels real. Zach Edey and all these crazy numbers. Tristan Newton and Cam Spencer to combine for 30 points. Very realistic. That's 15 points a man. And Cam Spencer, I think, is going off tonight. I think Cam Spencer can shoot. I think he can score. I believe in, their guards having to score from outside. I believe it'll be part of their game plan. That one feels wrong. You see it at plus 115. That's the most realistic bet I've seen so far. So something to think about. Zach Edey getting 3 blocks. Everybody goes, yeah, man, that big-ass dude's getting 3 blocks. He actually doesn't get 3 blocks all that often. He usually gets 2 or less. 3 blocks is pretty rare for him. They have him at 3, 4, and 5. But notice, when they get to Donovan, 3 blocks will give you negative money. It's because Donovan gets blocks. Okay, Donovan is a blocker. I don't have him up here. Let me pull up his stats for you guys, and let me show you Donovan's blocking acumen. This is real. So, first there's Zach Edey. You see blocks 2, 1, 0, 3, 3. 3 against smaller teams, less athletic teams. 3 against Wisconsin, back-to-back games. Most of the time he's getting 2, 3 here and there, 4, 4. But if you go look at who he's blocking, it ain't happening in the games like against Alabama. 0 blocks. These are fast guards zipping around doing their thing. 1 block against Arizona and guys just as big as him, right? It's tough when he finds a team that matches up with him physically. He doesn't get all those blocks like you think. So, yes, he gets 3 blocks against scrubs. Against the elite teams, we don't see it. So, I'm not even on Zach Edey for 3 blocks. Let me be real, okay? But Donovan's blocks 4, 5, 1, 8, 8, 0, right? 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, some 1s, some 5s. Every now and then he goes for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So, what do I think? I think he's worth 3. 3 feels right. And if you look, 3 on his bets is minus 150. Like I said, these feel playable. They feel playable. The rest I wouldn't go. I mean, you're pipe dreaming it. I hope it happens, but who knows? First basket. Everybody's guessing at that point. Won't go there. Not worth betting. Method of the first bucket. Just the correct score, don't care. First half correct score, don't care. Let's talk about over and unders. Alex Karabin, is he going to get over 12.5? This is a forward that can shoot for UConn. Is he a forward or a guard? I think of him as a forward. He might be a guard, but the third guard or something like that. But Alex is a decent shooter. 12 points seems like he has to get over it if they're going to win. I feel like he has to get the over. Zach Edey, I have him under 22.5. I do. I know that sounds crazy, but I have him under. And I doubted Caitlin Clark, right? I told all the MVPs go under on her, and she went out there and scored 30 and 40 and made me look silly when I thought the coaches would be out there to shut her down and stop her. So it kind of pissed me off, but it is what it is. Tristan Newton, I'm not too high on him just because I don't think he can shoot. Some more power to him. Mason Giles, this one feels live as hell. Mason Giles plays for Purdue. He only shoots 3s for the most part, but if he gets to the free throw, he's going to make 2 3s at least, and he's going to play. He's a 6'6 singer. He's kind of tough, athletic enough compared to most of Purdue guys. I think Purdue's going to struggle trying to get separation from the defensive, the guards. So I feel like this is live as hell, this over 5.5. And I hate betting overs on bench warmers or dudes who aren't, scoring all the time, but you got to believe in somebody. Lance Jones, leave it alone. Stephen Castle, I'm not touching it. Cam Spencer, over all day. I think this is Cam Spencer's game to have. If he's going to have a game, it's going to be this one. That's all I'm saying. I like Cam Spencer. He can shoot. He's athletic. He's the guy who's going to get it done. I believe Cam Spencer's going to do it. That's me. Okay? Braden Smith, been struggling. Look at that under. It's 10. It's plus 100. They're expecting him to get out of his slump. 10.5 points. By the way, his season average is 12.5 points, 12.9 points, something like that. But he has not been doing that against athletic teams. He has not been doing that against teams with athletic guards that can shut him down. He's little, bro. He's 6 feet tall. He's looking to pass first and shoot later. I just don't know about them 10 points. Now, 10 points ain't a whole lot. You can fuck around and accidentally score 10 points. So the good thing the hook's at 10.5. So I like the under, especially with the positive money. Donovan in the paint, is he going to get over 13? I hope, man. I hope he does. I hope he gets Zach Edey in foul trouble and he gets over 13. I don't know. Plus 10, don't add Zach Edey to your parlays. He's minus 8,000. There's no point. There's no value there. Tristan Newton's there. Cam Spencer's there. And you're looking at a minus 200 right now. You got to find somebody else. Alex. Now we're getting positive money. Now that's 3 guys that got to score over 10 points. Alex Karabin, Cam Spencer, Tristan Newton. I believe in that parlay. I'll probably draw that up for the MVPs. I try not to draw things up that I'm going to give away to my paid members in a free video, but This one feels real. Let's go there. File, save as, and I've got other NC parlay 2. You guys don't know how many of these I have saved, bro. I'm always cutting it up. So just something to think about there. Scoring over 15 points. I believe Cam Spencer's the guy, and it's plus money at plus 108. That's my play there. There's some others if you believe they're scoring over 15 points. 20 points are getting real sketchy up in here, bro. It's going to be dangerous. 25. I think it's just going a little nuts there. Made threes. Who's going to make a 3? You look at the numbers. Castle, Daria, Heidi. I'm not worried about none of these guys scoring 3s. Made 3s. Newton, minus 198. Minus 198 for 2 of them. Feels real. I told you Giles is making 2 of them. This is the guy way down there. His over-under is only 6 points. He's a 120 for 2 threes. They expect him to make 3s. Something to think about, okay? They expect him to make 3s. Made 3s, 3 of them. There's my boy, Cam Spencer. 3 threes for 132. Oh, boy. I'm all in on Cam. He better not leave me hanging. I'm all in on Cam, just so you know. Rebounds. I'm not worried about the 4, the 6s, and the 8s. I'm looking at the 10s. They looks a little high. 6s are real. Klingon, 6 rebounds. Newton can get rebounds. That's 123. That's where I stop. That's the type of moves you guys need to be making, okay? Assists, like I told you, Braden Smith is Mr. Assist. They got him at 8. Let me see here. Oh, my goodness. 8 assists gives you a plus 194? Oh, my goodness. Vegas. They must know something I don't. Plus 194? That's way too high. I expected that to be negative money. Holy smokes, you can't even put him at plus 6. Oh, you can. It's minus 168. Bro, parlay that with something. That's a can't miss. 6 assists. Can't miss. Yeah, that's a perfect number right there. 6 assists, can't miss. You guys remember I do these can't misses, right? So you go down to rebounds. You go look for somebody. Pay attention. Who's going to get these rebounds? Well, it's minus 2,000. My goodness. 4 rebounds, though. 4 rebounds for Newton. That's real. 6 rebounds for Klingon. That's real. This is like can't miss shit. And then we go to 10 points. And we say, all right, give me Newton and Spencer. And now I just made a parlay can't miss. Now I just made a parlay can't miss for 265. Shout out to the MVPs. Give me a second here. Boom. It's nuts, bro. Braden Smith, I'm letting you guys know that's an insane amount of assists for 190 something. Give me 8 assists on that kid. He's bound to. Remember, they're paying you for plus 20 assists. Nuts. Just something to think about. Made 3s. 4 rebounds, 6 rebounds. Man, that's nuts. It's a whole lot of money for 6 assists, 8 assists, 8 assists, 194. My goodness. My goodness. Top point scorer in the game. Plus 1,000 for Cam Spencer. I'm on Spencer. You could be on Newton. You could be on Edie. You could be on whoever you want. I'm on Spencer for plus 1,000. Sprinkle whoever you believe in, bro. Do what you can handle. I could be way off. First half handicap. Connecticut, I believe they'll be ahead by 3.5 at the half. I believe UConn should be in the lead. Over, under, first half. I don't want to touch it. 67 sounds crazy to me. I'm going to leave it alone. First half money line. It's minus 220. I don't know if you can parlay that with anything. I don't think you can. See how it doesn't have the SGP, same game parlay? You can't do that with anything. First half margin. Purdue, tie, UConn by some crazy number. You got to be specific. 6 to 10 plus 370. I'm going to stay away from the rest of this. First team to win and player to score 20 points. Team to win and player to score 20 points. It's plus 470 for UConn and Cam Spencer. That's my guy. So just letting you guys know how I'm thinking out loud. Okay. I hope I hit it all for you guys. You can take an alternate spread if you want to. You can take Purdue plus whatever. It's all there. Take the Purdue spread as much as you want. If you believe Purdue's winning the game, you can put it up to 2.5. It'll pay you plus 275. Okay? If you believe in it. If you're worried and don't want to miss, if you want to bet the spread and don't want to miss, you take Purdue plus 15.5. I know people say don't buy the juice, but I'm telling you, you're picking a parlay that won't miss. Take Purdue plus 12.5, plus 15.5. I like plus 15.5. I know it's a 520. I know what it is. I take that. I go over here, take those assists from Smith at 6. Can't miss. And then I finish the rest of my parlay. I'll give it to the MVPs. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Good luck tonight, y'all. I'll see you on the watch party.